Good day, plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we'll be visiting a big box store, a grocery store, and a special nursery that is local to the DFW area. But for now, we are going to be visiting at this Walmart. This one is actually the Walmart off of Coit and Campbell, and it's in Plano, Texas. So we're going to see what kind of plants they have over here. I know we've been visiting a lot of Walmarts. Thank you guys for always tuning into the live premieres and the live chats. So as you can see, this is actually a first time for me to see that there is a plant display right at the very front of the Walmart. So as you can see, we are seeing the easy to find common plants. So this one is an Epipremnum aureum neon pothos for $9.97. This one is by Expert Gardener. And then this one is another cordyline mini me tea plant for $9.97. But also by Expert Gardener. I really love cordyline. Look at how beautiful the pink stems are. They remind me of like aglaonema. But what I like about this one is this cordyline is very compact. So I feel like you can grow this indoors. The only thing is with cordyline or tea plants, as beautiful as they are very, very spider mite prone, just as much as like a Hydra helix or an English ivy. So caution on that. I do want to get one of those compact mini me cordyline plants. And then right over here, I'm actually going to pull this out. This is a Dracaena Janet Craig. I know for all my viewers, you've seen these plants quite often. This one is for $9.97. But what I like about this Dracaena Janet Craig is it does get very large, and it's an easy to care plant. This one is another Dieffenbachia for $9.97. I actually haven't ever seen this type of Dieffenbachia, or at least at a big box store. The variegation is a little bit different, but nonetheless, beautiful Dieffenbachia. I would grow Dieffenbachia, but the care requirements are it does need quite a bit of bright indirect light. The watering, you would just have to wait until all of the soil dries out 100% and then water again. The only pest that it is susceptible for is mealybugs and spider mites, but this is a beautiful Dieffenbachia right over here. I love the variety of Dieffenbachia. They remind me of like aglaonema, except their care is a little bit more tricky because they require a little bit higher lighting conditions. Like this is another Dieffenbachia right over here. I don't know the plant IDs for this. So for anybody in the comments or the live chat premieres, please let me know what these Dieffenbachia are. These are all for $9.97, and these are all 6-inch potted up planters. So it's a very good price for these big box plant stores. I would say Walmart probably has the most cost-effective, inexpensive plants by far. Like, look at how awesome this is. This is an actually large Dracaena Hawaii, or this is a Dracaena fragrans Hawaii for $9.97. Like, this is a steal. And what's really cool about this Dracaena is it does grow up like a cane, so it will lose its lower leaves, but it kind of has like, it'll grow tall. And what I like about this Dracaena is it doesn't require nearly as much light. It is low light tolerant. Again, when I say low light tolerant, it can grow in lower light conditions and not die. It'll thrive best, obviously, with more light. And here is a beautiful bromeliad for $14.97. This one is also grown by Costa Farms. It's beautiful as well. I love the subtle pink it has over here. I've seen a lot of bromeliads. I think they are best viewed, obviously, from the top view, just because that's how their foliage is meant to look at. And here are some trending tropicals by Costa Farms. This one is a Epipremnum aureum global green pothos. I would say this is probably my third favorite Epipremnum aureum or pothos. I remember about 3 to 4 years ago how expensive like a one leaf cutting was. I remember being like tricked into buying one thinking that it was super rare. For like one leaf, one node cutting, I paid $50 for this, and now it a couple years later, we're looking at this beautiful Epipremnum aureum global green pothos, and it is for $19.84. in a self-watering planter as well. I absolutely love the green on green variegation. I think any green on green variegation is awesome. And I've stated this before in most of my my big box shopping stores when I see this plant. This pothos actually requires a little bit more bright indirect light. When you give that, the green on green variegation becomes more pronounced. So as you can see, this pothos will need a little bit more light to really see the beautiful variegation. But I'm going to pan out over here my plant foldies and show you that there are a mix of trending tropical plants by Costa Farms, and then we also have self-watering planters. This one is a beautiful, beautiful Monstera Peru. I keep saying that I need to pick up one of these just because of the self-watering planter. I love that Costa Farms has switched over, at least for the trending tropicals they pushed out to Walmart. Now at Lowe's and Home Depot, I still see the traditional ceramic planter with the the shiny glaze. I'm not really a fan of that, but I love the leaves of this Monstera Peru. I definitely need to get this, but as I've stated in several of my big box videos, when you go shopping or at least looking at plants multiple times a day, every day to produce videos, your budget could easily go broke. And I've been very good for at least the last 48 hours. I haven't really bought any plants. So, I mean, that's a win for me. I will say for all the support, for everybody who's given me a little monetary tip here at the, live chats or even my videos. Thank you for those super stickers. That fan funding I get from YouTube really helps out with my, my funding for these plants, because I love collecting plants, but there is a certain threshold budget that I have for myself monthly. This one right here, we are looking at a Monstera Adansonii. I was just showing you how large the leaves are. So I love that Costa Farms, at least for the trending tropicals, they're using the wide form Monstera Adansonii, and I think that is awesome. I prefer that versus the narrow form. So there's different types of Monstera Adansonii, and I prefer the larger leaf or the wider form. This is a easy to find. You will always see this Aglaonema, and this is the Aglaonema Red Siam for $14.97. I wish Costa Farms would have just had like a solid planter where there wasn't any texture. And then I'm looking at this Ficus lyrata right over here, also for $14.97 in a self-watering planter. I'm excited that I was able to find a Ficus lyrata for 99 cents at a local grocery store called Sprouts, which is literally maybe 5 to 10 minutes away from where I live. Really awesome, really excited about it. And my Ficus lyrata is actually not being finicky. It's actually pushing new growth, and I've only had it for a couple of days, so I was excited about that. And guys, look at this beautiful Raven ZZ. Absolutely love the Raven ZZ right over here in a self-watering planter by Costa Farms. This is another trending tropicals, and this one is for $19.84. Now, a lot of you viewers that live on the East Coast or further up north said that you guys don't have all of these plants quite yet. Have no fear. I will continue to report plants. I feel like the southern states will most likely get the plants first just because of our climate. We're not in like full-blown snow. We did have like a couple of days where we were under like 9 degrees, and that was not fun at all. But now we're back up in the 40s, and today it's supposed to be 50. It has been raining extremely hard, so like I'm battling the rain, but I definitely want to make sure that I can get you guys plant content. I just really think that having something daily to provide for everybody, for our community at Growfolds, is something that just brings me a lot of joy. So for those that are concerned about me burning myself out, don't worry. I know when to pull back. I actually love just the engagement that really fuels my desire to provide, plant videos. This one is actually another trending tropicals by Costa Farms for $19.84. This is a Begonia maculata. Now, of all the Begonia maculata I've seen at Walmart, this one is actually a very healthy looking one. I've seen a lot of damage where like some of the leaves got bent, ripped, but this one is staked up, and look at how beautiful the polka dots are on this Begonia maculata. My grandmother actually got one that she rescued from me. I like gave it because I just can't grow begonias, and she was able to literally propagate a whole forest. Look for that next video when I visit my grandma out in North Houston. She is the reason why I love plants to begin with. She's really showed me a lot of patience and just finding the joy of growing plants. Like, I don't know if you guys just love looking at plants. taking care of your plants, like waking up the next day looking for like a new leaf unfurling. That's really the joy I get from plants. Now, some people collect plants for, you know, monetary reasons, for status reasons. Truth be told, I love plants because they bring me joy, whether it is a rare plant, an uncommon plant, an easy to find plant. I just love plants. Like now that I have a Ficus lyrata, I've been looking at different Ficus lyrata as I'm out. That one's actually for 1984. Is it 24.99? Somewhere around there. But these no, 24.84. But these larger, you know, foliage plants are really good at Walmart. And then they got this little shipper with a bunch of like exotic angels from Costa Farms. Now they've actually upgraded their planters for these 3.5-inch planters, starter planters. These are for $5.47, and I find this Hydra Helix, guys, you know, we got to look for the Hydra Helix or English Ivy. Look at this. This is really cool. It is trailing, and honestly, if I wasn't on a no buy, I would buy this just because it's already trailing. Like some fertilizer or something made it take off. So you can tell that this plant right here is actually established. And look at that trailing right over there. I love that. This is the Hydra Helix Spear Point. I've been seeing this a lot as well. It's a beautiful one just because it's got more narrow leaves. And then what else do we have here? This is a Dracaena marginata, and this one is a bicolor for $5.48 by Costa Farms right over here. I do love the delicate variegation. I love the striping of the pink, creams, and green. That one actually gets very large as well. I've seen mature forms of it. And then we have a Croton Petra. Now, I know that some of our viewers are like, I don't want to see any more crotons, but honestly, I used to hate crotons, but they've started to grow on me, so I will show them. And then this is a Hydra Helix, guys. Hydra Helix, you know, this is like my favorite plant in the entire world. Not really, but it is one of the plants I want to love. This one is for $5.48. This one is the baby coin Hydra Helix. I actually ended up getting one of these at Callaway's Nursery for $6.99. A larger one, and it was trailing. I am doing the Hydra Helix challenge to see if I can grow it without getting spider mites for a month, so we'll see. We have another Begonia Rex right over here. The thing I like about Begonia is there's so many different forms of Begonia. I would say the best hybridizer that's local is Steve's Leaves. I'm sure everybody who's watching the channel has heard of Steve's Leaves or bought from them. I happen to actually be able to get a pickup plant there before. I'm hoping someday I can actually see the actual nursery. It's not really open for the public, but I just thought to talk about Steve's Leaves because, you know, living in the North Dallas, Fort Worth area, we are very fortunate, at least based on what the comments are, that we have so many plant selections, so many big box stores that are literally within 5 to 10 minutes away from each other. So I am fortunate to be able to visit different big box stores and show you guys just, you know, plants in general. So I really hope that you guys continue to support me, engage with me, comment, ask me questions, whatever you guys want, let me know. I will definitely provide for you. That one was a Galaxy False Aurelia right over there that I picked up, but I'm going to pan away and just show you some more of these larger plants. These are for $24.84, not bad at all. And we're just gonna see what else they have at this Walmart. So I just find that this is interesting. They already had a lot of their plants on display. I have to go pan over again at this global green pothos. Absolutely stunning. Now I was gonna ask, have you guys heard of the Toruno series of pothos? Talk about expensive pothos. Literally a one leaf cutting from Japan is over $100. So definitely look at that on Etsy and see what you guys think. But I did find this section as well of more plants at the like garden area of this Walmart. And you can see we have a lot of those growers bench, which is basically wild interiors. And we have a sea of Philodendron Pink Princess. I love the Philodendron Pink Princess. I have 5 Philodendron Pink Princess. My original one is one that just reverted, but look at how beautiful the variegation is on the Philodendron Pink Princess. I'm going to assume that all of these philodendron pink princess were grown from tissue culture, so they're able to produce these, and these are probably the lot that they've been growing for about a year or two. And this is super cute. I love this cuddly cactus right here. Now this is for $14.97. I do like the terracotta planter, and I don't mind the texture. I can work with that. And then we have some pineapple bromeliads here. This one is kind of sad looking. This is a philodendron white knight. We have another alocasia, and this one I know is an alocasia ninja. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is by Growers Bench as well. The alocasia ninja is apparently a lot rounder in leaf shape versus the alocasia black velvet. And then this one is awesome too. This one is an alocasia pink dragon or pink princess. Look at the pink stems right here. I love the narrow leaves. The veining of this alocasia is gorgeous, and truth be told, I used to be very finicky about even putting alocasia in my collection, but I don't mind it anymore because I haven't gotten any pests. I have like a small humidifier. I spray it with this We the Wild Protect neem oil that I got from We the Wild. Guys, take a look at that spray. It's really good for your plants. And then you can see this beautiful philodendron ring of fire. I know everybody was looking at those ring of fires when I first debuted them on my channel. They are all over Dallas, so if you go to any Walmart, you should be able to find a philodendron ring of fire, a philodendron pink princess. And these pink princess, don't sleep on them. They actually have very good variegation. Sometimes you'll get lucky and find ones with multiple plants. And then I actually like this. So these are the the Costa Farms hanging baskets. These are a little bit more upgraded. These are for $19.87 by Costa Farms. This is an Epipremnum Aria Marble Queen Pothos. And then here is another one as well. This one is a Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil. Beautiful one. It's starting to trail. These are actually hanging baskets that aren't as big. And then we have another hanging basket by Exotic Angels, Costa Farms. This one is a Syngonium. I'm gonna say this is some Syngonium, maybe a Bold Illusion. I actually love Syngoniums. Are my favorite type of plant aside from Aglaonema. Honestly, I can't really decide which plant I like the most, but I love this because look at how the leaves like curl up but are more rounded in shape versus arrowhead. And then we've been seeing this a lot. This is the Black Rabbit Foot Fern by Costa Farms. That is for $19.87. And here is another hanging basket of Hydra Helix, guys. This is a Hydra Helix Spear Point ivy. Very pretty. I love that it's got very narrow leaves. It is just very green. I wish it had like a variegated form, but I'm not complaining. It is a beautiful English ivy. And I'm just going to pan over here and show you some more of those hanging baskets by Garden Expert. Those are $10.97. And then there's a bunch of assorted succulents right over here. I will say this is a gorgeous anthurium right over here. I love the large leaves, and look at how beautiful the blooms are. Now the blooms are really the yellow stick, not the actual like pink. It's kind of like poinsettias, but anyways, I was glad to be able to just at least check this Walmart out. Would I say they have the biggest selection? No. Like, I'm really looking for a philodendron tortum. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find it, but yeah. This is a little commercial break. So remember how I talked about getting a betta fish to put in this Proven Winners venti bowl where I have a philodendron Birkins. You see how beautiful my Birkins is? It's absolutely stunning. I got this for like $29.94 or close to $30 at the Home Depot at Prosper, Texas, and it's already produced some new roots. You can see some of the new white ones. But would a betta fish look really cool? And I mean, the bowl is pretty big, so we'll see. And actually, I am going to Petco now just to look at betta fish. So I know that everybody was like, it's animal cruelty, it's not good, they need like a minimum of 5 gallons. But I am out and about and I happen to see a Petco, so I just want to take a look. So please stay with me. I promise I'm going to get back to plant content, but I do want to give you just a little glimpse of me window shopping for a betta fish. So they have different kinds right over here, ranging from $2.99 to really expensive ones for like $21.99, $24.99. So as a child, back in the early 90s, I had betta fish, and they were in an aquarium, so don't worry, they weren't in these little small ones. But look at this right here. This is a premium dragon male right over here. Look at that. It's so cute. Really small. I think it's still it's not reached its full potential. And then we have another like crow tail dragget or male right over here. I can't really get it to like come over and like show its face, but that's what it looks like. The tail is more serrated, so that's really cool. There's just so many hybrids these days of like betta fish. Like this is really cool. This is a bumblebee male. Look at that. It's dark and it has like the yellow honey look. White opal male right here. Look at how beautiful that is. Guys, let me know in the comments which one you would pick up so far of all the betta that I've shown. They've got a veil tail. I can't really see it. And then we have some more right here. Like this is a really cool blue one right here. What else do we have? We have some more double tail males here. Honestly, if I'm going to get a betta fish, I would definitely get one that's super hybrid. I wouldn't mind paying a pretty penny for it because another interest of mine is I love ornamental goldfish, like super fancy ones. I used to have an aquarium, but anyways, I can go ramble on that. But look at this one. This is a paradise male, beautiful, like gold and blue. And then this is another one right over here. But don't y'all think that would be so cool to put in that venti bowl with the philodendron? Wouldn't that be cool? And then this is a little baby girl. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, decisions. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Do you think it's animal cruelty? Let me know in the comments. But this Petco right here is very close to my home. I at least am going to window shop, guys. Don't worry. I'm not going to put a betta fish in there. I know better than to put them in a small space. They're really meant to be in a larger area, even though they've been sitting in like places like this. This is actually probably the one I would have picked up is the rose petal male. Look at how beautiful that red color is. Or this one right here. Look at this butterfly male. They're all gorgeous. So like, I don't know, like Petco is kind of like the big box of, pet shops. But anyways, I am going to go across the street from the Petco, and then now it's really raining hard, guys, but I'm gonna go to HEB. HEB means here everything is better. It's a chain of Texas grocery stores where literally it is all about Texas local produce, Texas everything. So if you're a proud Texan, you know you shop at HEB, but HEB also has some amazing plants that are very cost effective. So I've been visiting a lot of like big box stores, but I consider grocery shopping stores also big box, and actually grocery store plants are typically even more cost effective than big box stores like Walmart, Lowe's, or Home Depot. So we're just gonna walk over here. Again, I'm gonna walk into the little outdoor gardening section right over here. I know that a lot of their plants have been like shielded because we did have some like potential freezing. It has been cold in North Dallas, but this is the new addition. There is an actual register there. There wasn't one before, but you can see that there's some camellia there. I love camellia, so that's part of like plants I would add in my Japanese garden. I have a Japanese garden growing in my backyard. I have a bunch of Japanese maples, trident maples. So that's another content I will put out when spring comes around. But we do have some clearance plants over here. Some Christmas cactus. Look at that Hydra helix, guys. And it's actually mixed in with some cyclamen. That's an interesting pairing. And then we have some more Christmas cactus right over here. A hanging basket, actually. The best time to buy Christmas cactus is on Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas because they put them on 50% off. This is a really cool type of jasmine right over here. So obviously these are outdoor plants. I know that the majority of plant viewers aren't into outdoor plants, but I still love all plants, and I will show you. This is the best price, $6.49 for this insecticidal soap. That's the exact insecticidal soap I use for all my plants. So whenever I buy like a plant from a big box store or just anywhere, before I put it at home, I will spray it down in my garage and just soak it with an insecticidal soap. And today I'm also gonna buy this top shelf perlite from HEB. That is what I use to mix into my chunky soil mix. And then we're just going to be looking at some of these planters right over here. I do love the fact that HEB, this grocery store, has like their own plants, and a lot of these plants that they feature, like this camellia right over here, these are plants that can grow in Texas. So I love the fact that they have native plants or plants that can really tolerate our 100+ degree weather, our freezing weather. We have very harsh weather. Like I really wish Texas Texas would have very temperamental weather or very balanced weather like California. Like if you ever go to Carmel by the sea, you can grow anything outside. But anyways, I can go on a tangent for that. We're going to walk in here. And obviously with most grocery store plants, you'll be always greeted with a bunch of like flowers. But we're going to be looking at this right over here. This is some type of like, it's not a Tradescanthia. I will do my research, but this is for $9.97. So all of the plants that are pretty much sourced for an HEB grocery store is by Max and Miles Foliage Select. So that's basically their supplier right over here, and it's all for HEB. I love their selection. I'm not a fan of the planters, to be quite honest. Like, I wish they didn't have all of that texture. It would be so cool to just have like a sleek look. So let me know if you guys like the planters, but this is a really cool spider plant. And the thing about spider plants are, they are so cool when they start trailing and producing little babies. The thing about it is, it's really hard to find one that is in perfect condition like this. Sometimes the leaves start to like brown, and you can see there's another pallet of plants that they need to unload. But I did want to show you guys what else they have here. This is just a regular peperomia or tussifolia. Beautiful peperonia right over here. I love the green foliage. It's not the variegated version. And then you can see this is the Cradle of Moses or oyster plant. There is a little bit of leaf damage here. Now, all of the plants that I am showing you are all for $9.97. Here is another Syngonium. Love the pink color. Not sure what type of Syngonium this is. I just wish that big box stores or grocery stores would give the specific plant ID. That is a Dracaena Janet Craig. And then we have some more succulents right over here. So I think this succulent looks super cool. Look at that. Very nice texture. This is also for $9.97 right over here by Max and Miles Select Foliage. So that's really cool. I love that HEB has their own plant supplier. Definitely check out the website. Their Max and Miles is really known for their philodendron pink princess. They were the first suppliers to really give very cost-effective prices. And look at how beautiful this succulent is right here. Unfortunately, I am not versed at all about plant IDs for succulents. So leave it in the comments or even a live chat if you're watching, and give me the plant ID for that. This one is a cool coffee plant right over here. In the past, I've grown coffee plant. I actually bought my first one at IKEA. I thought it was really cool. What I love about the coffee plant is it does have a natural shine to its leaves, and the texture is really pretty as well. But a lot of these plants right here are it's a fair price. I like it. I just wish they weren't in those planters. Now, these anthurium, these smaller anthurium here, I wish I can get you the price for this. I unfortunately don't know how much this is. They're really cute, but again, I will stick back to the best anthuriums, at least for this 2024 season, would come from Walmart. And then we have some Pachira aquatica or money tree plants by Live Trends. Really cool. I feel like the planter is a little corny just because it's got like coins, or it's supposed to look like a money planter. Anyways, these anthuriums are really nice as well. Now, with anthuriums, they're also easy to care for. I love the purple one right over here. They just need bright indirect light. You don't want to overwater them. You just have to wait until their soil completely dries out, and then you can water them. And then I'm actually going to feature a lot of foliage plants. So this is really interesting. So you talk about like orchids. This one is for $19.98, and this is HEB's brand. So you can see that a lot of their plants, at least with grocery stores, you can see that there are a lot of like blooming plants. Now I will assume that most of my viewers are us plant foldies, don't really grow like flowering plants indoors, but nonetheless, I still find it interesting. Like, for instance, this type of begonia right here, the Rieger begonia for $14.98. This is in a 6-inch planter. Look at how large the leaves are. They look like begonia leaves, but they are blooming. That's really nice. I love the yellow. I love the pink right over here, and then also the subtle peach colors. I really think that's cool. Now, for those that are a little bit more versed with like flowering plants, is this a plant that you can grow indoors, or is this one that you would have to grow outside a patio? And you can see there are orchids and more. That's what HEB calls their orchids. And then we have some more plants right over here. some more blooming plants. These are actually, this HEB has tons. Look at these daffodils, so cute. Love the yellow foliage. The flowers are awesome. And that's the thing, whenever you go to like grocery stores, you will always see plants. And then this is hyacinth. So for anybody who plays Animal Crossing New Horizons, I've got a pink hyacinth right here and white hyacinth right over here. I always think of like Animal Crossing. Let me know in the comments if you play Animal Crossing, because I'm a huge fan of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and that's so cool to actually see a for real hyacinth. And then we also have some really nice tulips here. I do plan to put some of my tulip bulbs into the ground because I've got some nice hybrid, like variegated ones. And then we have a bunch of cyclamen here. So cyclamen are, I mean, the blooms are okay. They're beautiful. They'll definitely give you some seasonal color. But what I'm more impressed about is just the leaf, how it's like got a different texture and pattern, and how perfect the heart shape is of cyclamen. They almost remind me of like Rex begonia, but not really, but they kind of do. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But cyclamen are also a beautiful plant. And I don't know if you guys actually grow this indoors. I don't ever like grow that. The only blooming indoor plant I would consider growing would be indoor azalea. And I found that at this local nursery called Nicholson Hardy. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. Beautiful, beautiful tropical plants and blooming plants for the indoors. I'm going to walk over here because we do have some orchid lovers. And don't be fooled. This one is a purple orchid, but I don't really think this is real purple. So the thing about it is they just like dye these with food coloring. I remember in elementary school where we stuck a bunch of like white carnations and put like blue food coloring, and the flower actually ended up like being blue. So that's what they did with those blue ones and those purple. Now these are Phalaenopsis orchids. They're quite common in big box stores, but especially grocery stores in the floral section. You can see right over here, they've got some like cascading ones right over here. Very beautiful. And I actually asked the florist that takes care of these plants, and I asked what their best sellers were, and they always say that it is the orchids. And I'm not sure why, if it's just people go into grocery stores looking for more like blooming flower types, but I did want to show you guys this. So I was amazed, stoked, over the moon. Do you see what I see? This is a Monstera Thai constellation at a grocery store down the road from where I live. Like, this is amazing. And the price is like $58.98 for this nice looking Monstera Thai constellation. Like, it's in a planter. This one is also it's just one of those plants where I remember Costa Farms was going to like release a bunch of like Monstera Thai constellations like 2 years ago. But now I honestly feel like Monstera Thai constellations are not really that rare anymore, because you can go to like a big box store like this, or just a grocery store, and find a Monstera Thai constellation. Now the local nursery store called Callaway's has these size ones, but they're selling them for $89.99. So if you're looking for a Thai constellation and you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, go to a HEB grocery store and you can find it for $58.98. Not a bad price at all. And these are highly variegated, or I feel like they're highly variegated Monstera. So like for those that missed out on getting a Monstera Thai constellation, I bought my first one as like a 2-leaf, 1-node cutting 2 years ago for like $200. Now you can get even a better, more established plant for $59.98 at HEB. Sorry, HEB. And look at how beautiful that sectoral variegation is. This one is actually the one I would take home if I was going to buy one. I have a super large Monstera Thai constellation, but I like the juvenile form of it as well. I might end up actually getting a Thai constellation. It just really depends on the variegation, because every time I go out big box plant shopping or just out and about, I see this. And I don't know if it's just, a common thing that I'm seeing in Texas. Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And look at this. I'm going to pan this up. Remember how we were seeing a bunch of like philodendron ring of fires? Well, we have philodendron ring of fires at grocery stores like HEB in North Dallas, Texas. Like this one is amazing. And this is also for $21.98. This is actually cheaper than what you would get at like Walmart. The Growers Bench one is $24.48. They're about the same size. Now, I will say the Growers Bench one at Walmart has a little bit better variegation, but nonetheless, this is an awesome looking philodendron ring of fire for $21.98. So let me know what you guys think. Like, I am definitely lucking out by finding some of these rare or aeroids at a grocery store in North Dallas, Texas on a rainy day. I'm going to take this down right over here. Look at how beautiful that variegation is. And with Ring of Fire, it's one of those plants that I definitely wouldn't have bought 3 to 4 years ago when they were hundreds of dollars. It's just really interesting. And, you know, as I do grocery store shopping, if you ever find a plant that is very expensive, it is inevitable. All plants will lose its value one way or the other, whether it's through tissue culture like these plants. I'm going to assume all of this is tissue culture. There is no way you can produce such a high volume of plants. And my thing about it is some people really do have issues with tissue culture. So for the botanists or the people that are experts about it, let me know what you think about tissue culture. Is a tissue culture plant a little bit less healthy than an actual real plant? Or what is the difference? I'm just really curious about that, because what I'm seeing is these are beautiful Monstera Thai constellations, and people were asking me how much the price was. That is for $58.98 in this planter, and then we have some more philodendron ring of fire right over here. So I think this is awesome. Plant foldies, let me know what you think. I filmed a lot of footage today, and it's interesting. You have a Monstera Thai constellation, and then we have the regular Monstera deliciosa right over here. This one is for $12.98. Truthfully, we need to give the Monstera Thai constellation and the original Monstera deliciosa a little bit of love. Honestly, they are both beautiful. You know, variegated plants always take the front seat for most plant collectors, but honestly, green foliage plants like that just are as beautiful, if not more hardy and beautiful and easy to care for. I'm going to show you this right here, this Pachira aquatica right over here, or money tree, and then it's right behind another philodendron ring of fire. So I am just really excited to be able to show you guys even more plants. I'm hoping that the mixture of different places I go to look for plants is something you guys want. Hopefully it's not just all big box stores, because there's only so many plants you can show at a big box store until it becomes repetitive, and that's what I'm really worried about. I do want to show you this right here. This one I think is for $14.98. Love the this Dracaena right here. Not exactly sure what type of Dracaena this is, but look at how beautiful this Dracaena is. It's definitely larger, and it has a little bit more yellow cream variegation than the Dracaena warneckii and all the other Dracaenas. With any Dracaena, they're very easy plants to grow. You can definitely get away with putting them in a lower light condition, and they don't require a lot of water. They're not as susceptible to pests, maybe spider mites, but that's it. And then we have some sort of Calathea right over here. This is also for $14.97. These are by Max and Miles Plants, and then we have some more like terracotta planters, hanging baskets right here. I do love Dracaena. I definitely need to add some in my collection. And then we have some ZZ plants right over here. So, you know, ZZ plants, you'll find them anywhere. Big box stores, grocery stores, nurseries. And this is an interesting philodendron. I'm not exactly sure what philodendron this is, but this is also for $14.97. It's just kind of hiding. And then I love this like wood planter. Really nice if you're looking for like a rustic vibe. I don't have that, but somebody might. And then we have some ficus ginseng bonsai. We have some more Ficus elastica rubber plants here, but I do want to point out this discovery. Like, this is amazing that they have Monstera Thai constellations. I did see some a couple months back, but it's really cool that they've gotten a restock. But that's basically it. So if you have a HEB, definitely check it out. We're doing a world of good for sure. I hope I'm doing a world of good by providing you guys daily plant content. It is raining. I'm doing so much filming today. This is basically like my second job. I'm not complaining. As long as you guys continue to comment, subscribe, like, share my videos, follow me on Instagram at Growfold. I will continue to give you guys some, you know, plant content. And then lastly, this is my third location. So this is Callaway's Nursery. It's a North Dallas chain of nurseries. You will see some from in Fort Worth, as far as Fort Worth, and all over Dallas. And Callaway's is an awesome place because they have such a variety of plants. I originally started going to this plant nursery to buy Japanese maples and outdoor plants. I then started switching over to indoor plants, but as you can see, on a rainy day there's really nobody here, but I did want to visit this one. This one is off of Custer Road, but further down in Plano, off of 15th Street. So if you're in the Plano area, definitely check this out. You can see there's some trees here. We have a staghorn fern hanging basket right over here, some philodendron hederaceum Brazil right over here. These are actually beautiful hanging baskets, comparable to like Costa Farms hanging baskets. And this one right here is another staghorn fern. Love staghorn fern. I just need to figure out how to like actually mount one on a wall, a wooden panel to put on a wall. Sorry guys. And we'll see, but I did want to pan out right over here. I like going to Callaway's just because of their presentation, and obviously all of their plants are super healthy. So this Callaway, or however you pronounce this, is here's some more blooming plants right over here. Again, I am not very sure about blooming plants. Do you guys grow blooming plants indoors? This is for $16.99, not bad at all. And look at how beautiful and vibrant the pink is. And I do love these begonia right here. So we saw that at a grocery store, but you can see I actually love the crimson color of this one. This one is also for $16.99. It's in a 6-inch planter right over here. And what I love about Callaway's is it's pretty much insurance. So if you kill your plant and you have your receipt and you're part of the garden membership, you can get a full refund, no questions asked. So like, I think that is a really good policy. And you know, if I've ever had to return plants, I end up like buying more plants than I return. So like they still make money off of me. And then you can see there are some more Monstera Thai constellations. This one's got a really nice like sectoral variegation. And these are all for $89.99. There was one Monstera Thai constellation I should have bought at Callaway's like a couple weeks back. Highly variegated. So you can see all of these Thai constellations are not created equal. Some are more mature than others. Some have better variegation. But it's just exciting to see that if you do want a Monstera Thai constellation, you can go to a plant nursery and get one, and eventually get one at like a grocery store like H-E-B. So I just think that's really cool. I just wish that there would be more varieties of Monstera. I know Monstera Thai constellation is becoming a little bit easier and more accessible. Would I see the price range is starting to go down? Yes, but not quite. We will see if it'll actually go down to like a regular Monstera deliciosa. What do you guys think? Do you think a Thai constellation will get to that? And we have some Hoya right here. I know some people wanted to see some Hoya. We have some Hoya Kurtzii, or however you pronounce it, in a hanging basket. I think this is really cool. I'm gonna take this hanging basket down. It is 30% off, and this is like called Bolivia. It's kind of similar to Atriatiscanthia, but not really, but it is similar. And then we have some more hanging baskets. These are all hanging baskets of string of turtles. I don't really do any type of string of anything just because they're more succulent based, and I just don't do well with succulents. I don't really have the lighting conditions for it at my home, but nonetheless, these are beautiful hanging baskets. I'm just gonna walk through here. There are a bunch of assorted plants everywhere. So we've got outdoor plants right now. We did have a freeze, or somewhat of a freeze, so they brought in a lot of their outdoor plants. And we do have some proven winners ficus right over here, and these are all 50% off. Not a bad price at all. So if you want that, definitely show up at this Callaway's nursery. It's in Custer off of 15th Street. And then we have an assorted range of fern. I don't really grow fern. I would love to have like a maiden hair fern. I think these are absolutely gorgeous. And you can see this is a planter that they put together. So they put like a philodendron, heart leaf, and some fern. And then we have some more hanging baskets of peperomia right over here. Those are really cute. Love it. I love hanging baskets. I'm so happy I'm able to hang some hanging baskets. I found like some command strips off of Amazon. And for everybody curious, no, they have not fallen off. They are holding up to 33 pounds of plants. So that's really cool. And then we have some more anthurium bird nest right over here. This one is for $24.99. Not bad at all. And look at how beautiful these bromeliad are. Like this one is for $19.99, but look at how it's so pink. It looks like somebody took like some spray paint and spray painted on it. I think bromeliads, especially that type of bromeliad, is best viewed top view. And then we have some jade plants right over here. This one is for $16.99. That's really pretty. I would love to get like a highly variegated jade plant. I had some jade plants growing up. My mom grew them and my grandmother did, so I've been around jade plants. Super easy to grow as well. And then we have some Epipremnum aureum neon pothos. Beautiful as well. I'm so glad I was able to find my hanging basket of perfect neon pothos, and I'm going to eventually hang that somewhere in my living room. We'll see, but these are all for $24.99. All those hanging baskets if you're curious. And look at this table full of syngonium. These are so lush, healthy, and full. This one is for $29.99. This is for almost $30, but I think the best value is the smaller ones. These 4-inch ones are for $6.99. I wish I knew the plant IDs for all of these syngoniums. They don't have it, but this one is maybe some type of bold illusion because you can see it's a little bit like rounder in its leaf shape. And then we have different ones. This one is a syngonium, I would say Go Glow. Beautiful one. I have had one for about 2 months now, and it's doing very well. It grows in my bedroom under a grow light. What I did find out about syngonium, as much as I love them, is they are susceptible to spider mites. So definitely keep an eye out on that. But look at this beautiful syngonium. This is, I will say, a syngonium bold illusion for $6.99. Look at how large the leaves are. My grandmother actually gave me one that she planted and propagated and grew, and it is really tall. I would say it is about 2.5 to 3 feet tall, but the leaves are even larger than this. So this particular syngonium actually upsizes, and I'm not growing it on a moss pole. I like how it remains kind of compact and bushy, and I love the pink perfection syngonium right over there. Those are for $30. Here is another syngonium for $6.99. Look at how beautiful that is right there. Very lush and full indeed. These are probably the best price, better than a big box store. And then we have some more orchid phalaenopsis right over here. I love looking at orchids. I definitely will get an orchid someday, and it's going to be a Vanda orchid because I love the aerial roots. And then we have a bunch of these ficus trees right over here. So we have a Ficus elastica altissima, and then we have a Ficus audrey right over here. The way they've been doing it is they've been literally hacking the ficus down, and it promotes branching. So that's really cool. It's kind of like that bonsai technique. And I do miss my bonsai. I used to do a lot of bonsai as well before indoor plants. So that might be some content I'll add, but we are going to be looking at some aglaonema. This is an aglaonema cutlass, and this is in a 6-inch planter for $16.99. Like, that is a steal. I have been looking at getting one of these for a while. So Callaway's is probably the best place to get aglaonema. They're never overpriced. So we'll revisit that. But look at this one. This is an aglaonema I haven't gotten yet. I don't know the plant ID. It's definitely not a silver bay. It's not a golden bay. It's not an aglaonema silverado. So if anybody knows or recognizes what this aglaonema is, please leave it in the comments. I would love to know the plant ID. This is a aglaonema red siam. Everybody knows that I show that at pretty much every video. And then we have some more aglaonema here. So this is interesting. This one I haven't seen in a while, but this is an aglaonema BJ Friedman for $16.99 in a 6-inch pot. This one was not in circulation for a while, so now it's back and I love it. We're just going to spin around here. You can see that there are some air plants. I don't have any air plants just yet, but I heard they were easy to grow, so we'll see. But we're going to look at some more of these aglaonemas right over here. So that's another aglaonema BJ Friedman. Really excited to see that. We've got some aglaonema red siam or aurora. I like this BJ Friedman. I already have one. My grandmother gave me one already. And we have this other aglaonema here. I'm gonna say this is the Aglaonema Maria, but honestly, this looks larger, or the leaves look a little bit larger than an Aglaonema Maria, but this is also for $16.99. Guys, let me know what you think. Is this an Aglaonema Maria or some type of aglaonema? And then we have a Aglaonema green papaya, but this one I actually love and want to buy. This one is for $39.99. This is an Aglaonema stripes. Look at the striping of the leaves. I love this so much. I used to have one but ended up killing it because I overwatered it. So here's the care tips with aglaonemas. Definitely likes to be on the drier side. And they like bright indirect light. They can tolerate lower light conditions, but they'll get leggy. If they ever start to get leggy, you definitely want to just either chop the top up and propagate, or repot it and just get some of the stem back down into the soil. But this is what I actually thought was really interesting. So these are some type of rare aglaonema. Not sure what it is. It could be like some red dust or stardust. But I definitely am going to buy this. Like there's no questions that I am going to break my no plant buy today, just because I've seen different types of aglaonema, different types of like Callaways, but this is the one that I haven't seen. These look like this one's a typical one right here. Not sure exactly what it is, but that's these pink aglaonema right over here. Like this one's really cute as well. I just wish they would give plant IDs, but this one I have not seen. Look at how red the leaves are. It might be some type of like dust, like red dust or something like that. I'm gonna just do my research, but they kind of remind me of like aglaonemas that you would import from like Indonesia or Thailand. And then for $12.99, I definitely am gonna get that. And you know what? I'm gonna repot it as well today. So I'm already gonna speak that to an existence. After I'm done filming for the day, I will relax and look at that. And we are gonna be looking at this aglaonema right here. That is an aglaonema Lady Madonna. And then does anybody grow these cute little goldfish plants right over here? Super cute. I love how it looks very waxy, very easy to care for plant. I might even get me a goldfish plant, but definitely that aglaonema, those red ones are awesome. And then we're looking at some more aglaonema Lady Madonna. Now I wish they had like the 6-inch ones of like aglaonema stripes for $16.99. I don't really want to spend $39.99 on the plant, but as you can see on the left side, we have some large Dracaena right over here. I just feel like Dracaena again are underrated plants, as well as like all of these other philodendron like Brazil, but Dracaena for sure. Like this is a Dracaena lemon surprise. Look at how bright and neon the leaves are. These are for $16.99. And then look at this beautiful Calathea white star. I lucked out and got this for $16.99. It's already a fairly established one and it's absolutely gorgeous. So happy about that. I have broken my fear, or I've gotten over my fear about growing Calathea, because they're doing okay for me. And then this is a philodendron Summer Glory, beautiful bronze leaves. And then we're looking at a bunch of philodendron hederaceum right here. This one is a philodendron hederaceum or cordatum. I think it's just a regular form, but it looks like it's sun stressed. But look at this for $16.99 in a 6-inch pot. It's already trailing a lot. That can be converted to like a hanging basket. Absolutely beautiful. And then we're also looking at a bunch of these Ficus elastica. This is a beautiful Ficus elastica taniki. Beautiful plant. Love the variegation right over here. I will say Trader Joe's has the best Ficus taniki or Ficus like elastica plants. They're $12.99 and they're larger, but look at how big these Dracaena are. These Dracaena Warneckii. This one's got like a cane one. These are some Dracaena Hawaii. Just really cool plants. And then we're also going to look at these Monstera deliciosas. This one's for $16.99. Not bad at all. I've seen variegated Monstera deliciosa, like the sport variegation, at this particular Callaway's a couple years back. Unfortunately, somebody else grabbed it before I could, and that was it. But we can see there's some more hanging baskets right over here. I'm not sure about this particular plant ID. This looks super cool though, so I don't know if it's an indoor plant or something that you would just grow outdoors. If anybody knows the plant ID for this, please let me know, because that is a cool looking plant for sure. And I love hanging baskets. I've started to really get into them because now I can display them. And then we're just going to pan over here and look at some more Ficus elastica taniki, ruby, and burgundy. And you can't go plant shopping or looking at plants without looking at the Epipremnum aureum neon pothos. We've got a pearls and jade pothos. We've got some polka dot plants. So this nursery right here is really nice. I happen to make this my last stop. I've visited a bunch of nurseries and big box stores, but I wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit, show you guys big box stores, and then show you guys like specialty plant nurseries in Dallas. I really hope you guys are enjoying this type of content. Look at how beautiful the Syngonium Bold Illusion is. That's only $6.99. But yeah, I will have more videos definitely for you guys this whole week since I've been able to take this day off to really film. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye. Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we are in Fort Worth, Texas, looking at local plant nurseries, and this one is at Grow. Grow is a local nursery that I visited back in September 2020, when it was just in a little trailer like this, but it was so awesome. They had very stylish plants, and today they have a storefront, their own building, and you can see right as you walk in the beautiful indirect sun. There's just so much light in this plant nursery. Grow is locally owned by a couple, and I have been visiting this place for a few years now, and you can see right over here they have a ficus lyrata for $150. Look at how beautiful this is. And what I love about this plant nursery is it has so many plants, but the plant styling is 150% on point. Like, I'm not 100% sure what type of philodendron this is, but the fact that they have high ceilings, windows, just giving all of this bright indirect light, it's really nice. It's a beautiful ambience. And even if the place isn't quite as large as some of these plant nurseries, just the plant styling, if you follow them on Instagram, Grow Plant Shop, you will see what I mean, because their photographs also match what they look like in real person. Like, look at this Monstera constellation for $75, but look at the quality of the plants. They look very healthy. They're stylish. There's just so many great adjectives to give this plant nursery, and I'm just glad that I'm in Fort Worth. This one over here is a Ficus altissima, and you can see the planters they have are very minimalistic. I really like that modern mid-century vibe, and then they have a lot of assorted philodendrons right over here. Look at this one right here. This is an Anthurium radicans crossed with a luxurians for only $30. Look at how beautiful that is. So if you're looking for rare plants or uncommon plants, Grow definitely carries a variety of them, and their plants are very cost effective. And then look at this right here, philodendron ring of fire. This one's for $25, but look at how healthy this ring of fire looks like. I know that we've been seeing a lot of big box stores carry them, but I love the planter it's in. And then we have some more Anthurium radicans crossed with luxurians for $30. Like, part of me wants to just buy all of these plants. But look at that. That is super healthy. And that's the thing about going to local plant nurseries, and look at how developed the roots are. But I was going to say is going to local plant nurseries, the plant care versus obviously a big box stores, you know you're going to get a healthy plant. Look at this right here. There is another Hoya carnosa, and this one is also for $15 in a 3.5-inch planter, and I love how it's super sun stressed. I'm loving all of this bright light just hitting the shop and just illuminating it. If you go into this plant shop in person, you will understand what I mean. They just have a very unique aesthetic. You can tell this is Grow Plants shop, and you can even see the logo remains the same. This one is for $25. It's a Hoya carrii, and then they have some more Hoyas right here. This is another Hoya for $15. This one is a Hoya Chelsea. Love Hoya Chelsea. I had a Hoya Chelsea in the past, but I might end up actually getting a Hoya Chelsea at Grow today. I'm really trying not to buy so many plants, but you know, when you go to plant nurseries like this in the Dallas-Fort Worth market, it's very hard to resist. This one right here is a Hoya Wyetii. Look at how beautiful this is, and I just love the fact that all of their Hoyas are pretty much $15 a piece, so you can really start a Hoya collection. And I just love how they have have grouped them together. This is just a regular variegated, not a variegated, this is a Hoya compacta or Hindu rope, just a regular version for $15. But check this out. Here is another Hoya compacta variegata, though this is the variegated Hindu rope, for also $15. So if you want just a green form or the variegated form, that's what you have here. I'm pretty sure most Fort Worth locals know about Grow, plant shop. I mean, it is a little bit of a drive for me since I live out in North Dallas, but as you can see right here, there's just so much light, and the plants are just gorgeous. I just love their terracotta planters, all of their stylish planters, very inspiring. This one right over here is a philodendron snowdrift. I have one, just a smaller version, but it's starting to push out new growth, so I'm excited about that. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. And for this philodendron snowdrift, look at how delicate the leaves are. I love that pink. This one is price fair as well. This is for $50, but it's already a fairly developed philodendron snowdrift. I will say, if you look at the plants all over here, look at that. They just have it. It's nice and full, very impactful. It doesn't seem cluttered. It's very organized. So I have to give it to Grow Plant Shop for that. Here are some jewel orchids for $20, and it's already starting to bloom. Those are really nice. And then we have an alocasia black velvet right over here. These are gorgeous as well, and these are only for $15. So I would say that these are actually better prices than big box stores for some of their alocasia, because you can get this alocasia size, but what about the health of the plant? I can tell you there's probably not a single pest on these plants. They look super healthy, and I love that Schefflera amato right over here. We've got some Epipremnum aureum, golden pothos, and then we have a Dieffenbachia reflector, and then we have a bunch of Begonia maculatas, and you can see the leaves are just immaculate. And then look at these planters. Look at this one right here. This is a philodendron orange marmalade for $25. Love that gold planter, but I also love this yellow planter here. I don't mind the texture because I love that matte finish about it. So it's really nice. But then here we have another Begonia Immaculata. I'm just going to walk over here. I'm trying to avoid, filming people shopping because I don't want to disturb them. But look at how beautiful that jade plant is. And then they have a bunch of succulents as well right over here. I love how they've kind of mixed it up and just kind of segmented the different types of plants. So obviously these plants are getting the best light, these succulents. I am not a very versed person when it comes to cacti and succulents, but nonetheless, these are super cool. And the thing about Grow Plant Shop is I ended up discovering them on Instagram, and I actually did my first online plant shopping and bought a Ficus tenikii and a philodendron Birkin of all places in 2020. But I did want to go ahead and do a little quick commercial break and show you guys some of my origami paper crane folding skills. So for those who don't know, Grow Folds was originally an ASMR origami channel that I've switched over to my love for plants, but I do fold origami paper cranes every single day. I've been doing that for about 7 years now because my goal is to fold 1 million paper cranes. Origami paper cranes, there is a legend that if you fold 1,000 paper cranes, called Senbasuru, you are able to get a wish. So I just like origami just because it is very therapeutic, and you can see right on the left is my Aglonema super white, absolutely stunning plant. But I do hope you guys can also check out my origami. I only have videos of me folding origami paper cranes, but I can fold different types of origami. I just happen to make this part of my daily routine is to fold some origami paper cranes. I'm using some cherry blossom origami paper, and I'm hoping that you guys just like a little snippet of some of my origami skills. Hope you guys, my plant foldies, can also learn how to fold origami, because the grow and the folds part of my channel, the fold part is the origami content, and I'm gonna mix it in with my plant content. So let's go back to this plant shop right here, Grow Plant Shop, and then you can see right here, this is a legitimate Epipremnum aureum Enjoy for $15. But look at this. So we're going to talk about plant styling. So this is just a simple plant, but look at that yellow planter. It just accentuates it. And these are definitely the planters I want to use for my home. I really like simple, bold colors and just very matte finishes and even terracotta. I know that Grow Plant Shop has a very unique aesthetic. They definitely display their plants in a way that's very stylish and modern. And right over here, we are looking at a hanging basket of Hoya compacta, variegata, or Hindu rope variegated. These are beautiful in these macrame hanging baskets. And then right over here, we've got some philodendron micans. Look at this for $15, but look at this. It's already trailing. You can actually propagate more. And philodendron micans are one of my favorite micans because they're very easy to grow. They're easy to propagate. And then the velvety leaves are an additional plus. So, yeah, all of the plants at Grow I could definitely buy, and I just really love the aesthetic of the plant shop. I love all of the terracotta pots, just the planters like these right here, these bold color planters. I think for anybody who really likes simplicity, look at this. This is a beautiful color and it has drainage holes. And I also like this one right here. Look at that unique style. I like simple and clean modern planters, matte finishes. I'm not really into like shiny glazes, but I'm just gonna pan over here. I'm trying not to get customer shopping, but they have quite a bit of people actually in the store. I just happened to do filming where there's not anybody in this section. But look at this beautiful philodendron Hederaceum Brazil, and then we have some Calatheas right over here. I just wanted to pan out and show you these planters. Like, I am all about this cylinder planter right over here, the matte finish. I'm going to show you, these are the planters that they carry. I mean, the planters are slightly pricey, but when you think about it, if you invest in your planters and they have a very beautiful way of presenting the plant, it only just kind of like heightens the plant's beauty because of the planter. I really think that planters do a lot for any house plant. I would tell you right over here, this is $25 for a Epipremnum aria Mandula. Mandula is one of my favorite pothos, and you can see we have some more over here. And you can see that that cream planter matches the Mandula pothos cream variegation. And this is really cool. I just like these little pots. These are so cool. And then obviously this is a Syngonium right here. The Syngonium is for $15. And I believe this is a Syngonium Pink Splash is what it's labeled. Look at how pink it is. Definitely love pink plants. Syngoniums are one of my favorite. They're my second favorites. Now, I think Aglaonema have literally taken the crown. And right over here for $20 are some philodendron white wizards. So I was always looking for a philodendron white wizard. I've seen the philodendron white knight, the philodendron white princess, and then these ones right here for $20 are the philodendron white wizards. I would totally pick this up, but I'm really trying not to buy plants, because if I pick up one plant here, I will buy more plants like this Epipremnum aureum Enjoy. This is a legitimate Enjoy, and I talked about the Photos Enjoy being one of these pothos that I haven't really seen in big box stores, but if you go to Grow Plant Store, you will see there are a ton of them right over here, and I just really love how they present their plants. They're super healthy. I would shop with confidence here just because they're just super healthy. And look at these philodendron brantianum right over here. Look at how beautiful the leaves are. I am in the hunt for a brantianum as well. For $15, this is not bad at all. It looks like it's trailing, but if you grow it up a pole, it will definitely size up in its leaves. And you can see that at the video I did for Plant Keeper Incorporated, where it was growing up a totem and the leaves just really got large. So, but I love the philodendron brantianum they have here, and it's only for $15, guys. Plant foldies, what do you guys think about the plants at Grow? Aren't they super healthy, and aren't they just very stylish in the way they present themselves? Like this philodendron micans, for instance, $15. I think the next time I'm in Fort Worth, I might have a plant budget to where I am going to buy some plants here, just because number one, even though big box stores do present a lot of the plants that are uncommon at a cost-effective price, it is always important, or at least I feel like it's always important to support local plant businesses. There's a lot of overhead that happens, and I know that the couple who owns Grow Plant Shop, they've got a really good community of people who support this plant shop, and I can understand why, because you can look at all of these beautiful plants. Like, look at these Monstera Thai Constellation. You've got a philodendron Ring of Fire there, some type of philodendron there, and I just think it's so awesome to see that they had like a trailer as their initial like storefront, and then they've been able to actually get their own like building and storefront to, sell beautiful plants like this, have more uncommon plants that are available for us plant lovers. Here's another alocasia right over here for $25. And I do love the shape of the alocasia. Actually, I've been really wanting to buy more alocasia just because my alocasia are growing so well. And then we have some more alocasia right here. But I do like these philodendron orange marmalade. These ones are for $25. So yes, like all of the plants here, I definitely would buy. They do ship to people as well on their website. And I will say, when I received my shipment from Grow Plant Shop, they had so much custom care in the packaging. It was really cute. Now this one right here is a philodendron billet for $100, but look at that. That is really large. Like part of me wants to go buy that. Like for $100 to get that size billet is amazing. What I like about the billet, I guess I'm hopefully pronouncing it right, is just the stems, the orange stems. It's so beautiful. I mean, this plant shop is super beautiful. I wish you guys could see this in person. It is a lot larger than what the camera is able to capture. And then obviously all of these philodendron snowdrifts right here. And what else do we have over here? We have another type of philodendron. This is for $25, but look at how velvety the leaves are. It just makes you want to collect all the plants. And my plant foldies is what I call my subscribers and viewers. I've always appreciated you guys tuning into all of my live premieres, and I hope that not only do you guys appreciate the big box store plant shopping, but you also like looking at what Dallas-Fort Worth area plant nurseries can offer. We have some amazing plant nurseries like this one right here that offer healthy lush plants, and this is a very nice price, $25 for this. Some other places are charging more. These plants would typically be like $40 plus shipping. So if you're able to go to a beautiful plant shop like Grow Plant Shop, you definitely need to see it. And then I'm just going to pan over here and just kind of show you even more of the plant store. People have kind of cleared out, but you can see there's a lot of assorted calathea. And you notice how like a lot of the plants, their lighting requirements are, they place them to where they can tolerate like lower light conditions. So all of their sansevieria are further back from the windows. And then all of these hanging baskets as well are getting the light that they need. And it doesn't seem cluttered at all. I love how organized their planters are. There are statement pieces. I think that's how we should style our homes, maybe putting a bunch of plants in one section, having a large plant. There's just a lot of aesthetic behind here, and I would highly encourage anybody visiting the Fort Worth area to definitely check out Grow Plant Shop. They are open, I think all week. And it's just a really nice place, and especially when you go during a day where it's really sunny and you can see all of the natural light hitting these plants. I'm sure all of these plants are living their best life. And yeah, I'm just really excited to be able to show you a little glimpse of these. I can't go into full detail because I am just in Fort Worth for just a little bit. Otherwise, I would pick up each plant like I would for a big box plant shopping video. But I did want to show you how gorgeous these plants are and how their plant prices are comparable to a big box store. So I think you would get a higher quality plant, a more healthy plant from this plant nursery. And then I'm just going to go pan over here some more and just show you some more angles of the plants. Like look at these hanging baskets, and I just can't get over this billet for $100. I don't think that is a bad price at all. And they do carry large, uncommon, and rare plants and sell them for such a good price. And just look at this. Like, I'm just happy to see that this business has done so well over the years. To upgrade from a trailer to this is absolutely amazing. And now we're going to go to this Callaway's nursery. This one is also in Prosper, Texas, though, way further up north. And I happen to just want to go show you any updates of this plant nursery. My plant foldies, I'm sure you've seen this plant nursery featured before, but I happen to be around and I just wanted to, capture this plant nursery. If we're talking about Grow Plant Shop, which is way further down south in Fort Worth, Prosper Callaway's is way up north in North Dallas. And then you can see even here, the beautiful camellia right over here. That is absolutely lovely. And these are the more seasonal blooms that you would get. They do like acidic soil, just like azaleas and peonies. So like those are really nice. I do love blooms. You know, flowers like this with these pinks are awesome. I would love to add that to my house collection, or not house collection, my outdoor collection of plants. I just haven't had the best luck of it. I just think that they require a little bit more shade. So I'm waiting for my Shangtung maple, which is a fire dragon that I hopefully will get some shade for my backyard. But I did want to show you those spider plants right over there. And then I'm going to show you a little bit more about like the ferns, because typically when I go to this Callaway's nursery, and for those new to the channel, my plant foldies, Callaway's Nursery is a chain of plant nurseries all over the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Actually, Fort Worth has their Callaway's as well, but Callaway's features so many plants from indoor tropicals to outdoor landscaping for the garden, annuals, perennials, you name it, they've got all these plants. And for the most part, I would consider Callaway's, even though it is a plant nursery, more of like a big box plant nursery. It's not as stylized as, say, you know, Grow Plant Shop from the previous nursery I just featured earlier in this video, but nonetheless they have them. Like, look at these different types of fern right here. This one is for $16.99. I love the heart shape of this fern. Actually, it looks really nice, and then the texture of the leaves has a metallic sheen to it. So, you know, sometimes I go big box plant shopping and it's either evening or morning. It's the same thing with local plant nurseries. Sometimes I go first thing in the morning to get the morning sunlight, but sometimes I like to feature plants in the late afternoon where the light is most intense. Like, look at how beautiful this staghorn fern is for $16.99. So I've been getting a lot of comments about, you know, how the Dallas area has some really nice looking plants. If you're from a different area outside of Texas, please let me know what plant nurseries are really nice in your state or your city. I would like to be able to look them up, and maybe if I do some traveling, I might be able to blog them. So I'm always open for recommendations. But as you can see, we're looking at a bunch of fern. Like, look at how huge this fern, bird's nest fern, is for $24.99. That's absolutely stunning. And, you know, providing you guys with daily plant shopping videos or just showing you plants, I feel like it's bringing people joy, just because even looking at greenery and plants really puts me in such a good mood. Like, look at this beautiful fern for $6.99. I mean, the plant prices are amazing at Callaway's. I felt like Grow Plant Shop also in Fort Worth had some amazing ones, but this one right here, I actually saw this at another nursery. Look at this fern hurricane. So we talked about a Dracaena hurricane / tornado, and it's interesting that plant foldies, oh, look at how cute this little cat is. Plant foldies, how we've had certain people get into that Dracaena hurricane or / tornado. I had one plant foldie actually let me know that they ordered one, so I'm glad that I've influenced you guys on certain plants. I feel like a lot of plants are underrated. I mean, obviously philodendrons, rare aroids are going to be the main staple, but then we forget about like plants like aglaonema, syngoniums, even Dracaena. You know, those are easy to care for plants, and typically they're inexpensive. And then guys, you know, I can't feature a video where there isn't some type of ivy. These are Algerian ivies. These definitely need to be growing outside. They do better outside, but look at how beautiful the variegation is. What I like about this is the more light it gets like pink, almost like sun-stressed variegation. And obviously we have some Hydra helix or Hedera helix. Somebody was telling me that's how you pronounce it, is a Hedera helix. But anyways, we have an airplane plant right over here, which is similar to a spider plant. These are really cute. I believe that these can also be used for ground cover, but probably treated as like an annual and outdoor garden. And then obviously we have some Ficus elastica right over here. This one is the ruby. We've been seeing a lot of Ficus elastica or rubber tree plants. Love, love, love the ruby, the burgundy color of it. It's just absolutely stunning. And these are for $16.99. And then we have another type of ficus right over here. I can't really pronounce the name, but nonetheless, this is by Proven Winner. So there's a different type of ficus right here. Now, ficus, any type of ficus care, all I'm going to tell you is if you don't have bright indirect light or even just bright light in general, your ficus tree will not do well. You just water the ficus whenever the soil is completely dry, and that's it. They're really easy to grow. It's just they decline in health when they don't get the bright light. Here we have a Monstera deliciosa. This is a classic house plant, and then we have a bunch of hanging baskets right over here. See, I like featuring the Callaways in Prosper, Texas, right in the gates of Prosper, just because of just how organized their plants are, how healthy their plants are. Like, look at how beautiful this Hoya carnosa is right over here. I love the variegation. I love the sun stressing. It's got a lighter green color, and I'm starting to really get into Hoyas as well. And look at how like bright that variegation is. Now, I believe these are for $24.99 for these hanging baskets of Hoya. Let's take a look. Yeah, actually it's $29.99, so $30, little bit pricey, but you know, Hoya, for that type of quality of Hoya, I wouldn't mind paying for that. Obviously, I'm not going to buy any plants, but look at this right over here. This is the Hoya carnosa Crimson Princess. This is the same type of hanging basket that you would find at Home Depot for $19.98. But I will say that this Hoya looks a little bit more healthy than what I would see at a big box store. So again, I don't want you guys to think I'm bashing big box stores. I think big box stores are great, but when you think about your plants and what you're going to bring into your home, you just definitely, you don't have that assurance that there aren't any pests on those plants that you buy at big box stores. Yes, they might be a little bit less expensive than like a local plant nursery or a specialized plant nursery like Grow Plant Shop, sorry. But you are guaranteed that there's less potential for plant pests. But anyways, here is another palm. This one is like a bamboo palm for $59.99 because it does look like bamboo. Super cool right over here. Not sure about the care tips for this plant, but I would assume that it would need a lot of bright indirect light if it is actually a palm. And then we're just gonna walk over here and see what else we got. We've got another type of Dracaena right here. Look at that. Look at how beautiful the texture of the leaves are and like how compact the leaves are in general. And you can tell that Dracaena is actually size up. And this one is a green jewel bush for $39.99. That is not bad at all for such a large plant already. So when you think about buying like exotic angel Costa Farms Dracaenas for like $5.98 or $4.97 at Walmart when they're in like the 3-inch pots, look at how large that they can get these Dracaena. That's absolutely stunning. I recently got a Dracaena Hurricane from Plant Keeper Incorporated, another plant nursery in downtown Dallas, and I'm hoping that it will size up like this. But look at how beautiful the variegation is. And here's the thing about Dracaena, guys. So we're looking at all these beautiful large plants. They don't really require a lot of water, so if you're an underwaterer, it's not going to kill them. They can tolerate lower light conditions, so if you have a space in a corner of your room, you can even bring a Dracaena like this one right over here. This one is just a Dracaena Golden Bay, and light up that area just with the neon yellow foliage of this Dracaena. This is absolutely stunning right here. And this one is for $49.99, which is not bad. You're getting a mature plant for $49.99, so like it's instant gratification. I will tell you too, if you are buying plants at Callaway's, say this Dracaena dies, as long as you have your receipt and you're part of their Garden Rewards program, you can get a full refund, no questions asked. You just have to bring the dead plant. But that's why I love going to Callaway's and buying my plants. Not only do they have healthy plants, but they have a really good return policy. And then right over here, we have a Monstera deliciosa. I just wanted to go pan in closer and show you guys the close-up of that. That's absolutely stunning as well. And then we have another plant right here with some beautiful variegation. Not sure what it is. It looks like a Dracaena, but we're going to find out the plant ID. This is a variegated flex lily for $12.99. That's not bad. I'm not sure if this is a plant that you would grow indoors as well, or is it one of those like ground covers for outdoors, but I do love the margins, the white margins of the foliage. And then we've got some more fern here. This is a black rabbit foot fern that we've been seeing at big box stores as well. Look at that. And we have some more fern right over here. If you're a Dallas, Fort Worth local or somebody who's living in the area, do you guys shop at Callaway's? What do you think about Callaway plants? Do you get most of your plants here? I do a combination of plant shopping. Since I've been doing like big box plant shopping videos, I'll go to big box stores and then I'll go to a nursery like Callaway's or even another local nursery and compare the prices. I would say big box stores are typically less expensive, but sometimes you will get some really good deals with plants. At like a place like Callaway's. Actually, Callaway's has better pricing for their syngoniums, dracaenas. There's just a lot, and I did want to show you this philodendron. I'm not 100% sure what this philodendron is, so if anybody knows, please leave that in the comments or in the live chat premieres. And then again, for all of the plant folies, thank you so much for tuning into the live chat. We've got a lot of people, regulars now that hop on. So I'm hoping that we continue to grow our plant folie community by the live chat premieres. I look forward to, texting you guys on there and chatting with you guys. And if you haven't already, please make sure you do add me on Instagram. My handle is @growfolds. You can send a direct message to me, leave comments on my photos. I did ask if you guys wanted to tag me to @growfolds and then use the hashtag growfolds, hashtag plantfoldies, so we can have a community of plantfoldies on Instagram and we can all connect that way. I did want to show you this as well. This is a Schefflera amato. That's my favorite type of Schefflera. I wish there was a variegated version I could find. I'm sure there is, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a pricey one. And then we have some more Dracaena Golden Bay here. Guys, what do you think about these beautiful Dracaena Golden Bay? Look at how electrifying yellow neon these plants are. Like, I am into neon plants as well as dark foliage plants. And then right over here, I'm not sure if this is actually like a Dracaena hurricane or what they would call Dorado or tornado, but look at how the leaves kind of spin around. And I'm going to see how much this one cost right here. So this one is, wow, $34.99 for such a large plant already. And there's about 3 of them in there. Not a bad price at all. So, I mean, guys, let me know what you think about Dracaena. Would you add one to your house, or do you already have one? I know that I have one so far, and that is the Dracaena Tornado / Hurricane. And then right over here is another one. This one actually just has neon foliage. So I'm not 100% sure what the plant ID is for this. I'm going to try to find out. Let me see if I can spin this around. So this one is a Limelight Dracaena for $39.99, but it's a very large plant already. Very nice foliage right over here, and it's just gorgeous. And so as I continue to make plant content and try to get it to you guys daily, I will mix up, local plant nurseries, big box stores, grocery stores, convenience stores, anywhere that they have plants, I will definitely film for you. And then this one right here is a Christie, Dracaena Christie. I like that. This is a different type of variegation than some of the other Dracaena, but I wanted to expose our plant folies to more plants besides like, rare philodendron and aroids. Like, these plants are just as beautiful as those other plants, that we often are more inclined to buy. Like, look at this Dracaena right here. This was a Dracaena art bush. That one's for $39.99, and this one has more green with just a subtle variegation or yellow margins on its leaves. So I think that's nice. And if you look at all of the Dracaena put together, they have different textures, variegation, and color, and even just the green form and how the texture of the leaves, those are so beautiful. And then obviously these bamboo palm look really nice as well. We have a Dracaena Masangiana right over here, or a cane Dracaena. Look at that, just viewing it from underneath and the light hitting it is so beautiful. It's just very relaxing to just literally walk around plant nurseries and look at plants. Although for all of us, I'm pretty sure it's difficult for us to just look at plants. I'm pretty sure you want to pick up a plant and take it home. My suggestion or advice is, if you are growing plants, really take, assess your space. If you have the space for the plants, look at your lighting conditions, look at your time as well. Like, I've noticed that now that I'm YouTube blogging and doing plant content, my plant care is taking a toll, just because I've added so many plants. So I have to check for pests, water, spray them down with neem oil, and just literally have the time to look at them. That's part of plant parenting, I think, is not only just bringing a bunch of plants, but being able to look at something like this Sansevieria moonshine. This was one sansevieria or snake plant I do want to add into my collection, for instance, but I haven't had all the funds to buy all the plants that I'm looking at when I go plant shopping. And then two, I've added so many plants in my home that I have to organize them, make sure I have the time to take care of them, because from what I've heard and what has happened to me in the past is I'll add like 100, 200 plants in my plant collection. Then it just becomes overwhelming where you don't have enough time for watering. And then when you don't take care of the plants, some type of pest will just, you'll just have a pest infestation, and then it'll just kill all your plants, and then you're like depressed and not happy, or at least that's what happened to me. And then I didn't really bounce back from that. So I know I'm rambling a little bit about some of my personal plant experiences, but I feel like even just showing you guys these plants, like these ZZ plants for $16.99, I get to at least let you know who I am as a person and as a plant parent, and like just some of my suggestions. So hopefully you guys are getting to know me a little bit better. I've started this YouTube channel a while back as an origami ASMR, hoping that more people would get into origami, but initially it was a plant YouTube. I had a couple of videos, I ended up deleting them, but now I am back, and I am back just doing big box plant shopping videos in general, and just wanting to show you guys plants. Right over here we have a zebra plant for $14.99. This is in the 6-inch one. I don't grow zebra plants, but I think zebra plants are one of the types that they do need a little bit bright indirect light. I'm not sure what pests they are susceptible for. And I know as far as watering, you don't want to overwater them. You just need to go ahead and wait for them to completely dry and then water them. And then you can see they actually produce beautiful blooms as well. Look at that. The yellow blooms are stunning. And I do like giving you guys details of the foliage of the plants, just because I feel like you guys would be admiring it the same way I would by picking up the plants. Right over here, we have an Aglonema silverado. I love Aglonema. This one has been here for a while. I visited this plant, I visit this plant nursery probably twice a week. And I've seen these Aglonema. They have sold through a lot of their Aglonema, but can you believe that this Aglonema, the size of this, is only for $16.99? Isn't that insane? And then, Aglonema can really get large like this. I love Aglonema. I think the best Aglonema come from Indonesia and Thailand. If you want to import Aglonema, check out this Etsy shopper called Baroka Plants on Etsy. I imported a bunch of Aglonema and they're doing so well. I ended up getting that import in 4 days. So that should tell you that, importing plants aren't as scary as you would think. It was my first time and I had a really good experience. And then right over here, we have an Aglonema Red Siam. This one is for $24.99. That is a little bit pricey for an Aglonema Red Siam, just because you can go to Walmart and find it for $14.97 in a self-watering planter. So that's what I mean about just comparing plant prices at local nurseries and big box stores. And then we have some premium plant food for $16.99, these granules that Callaway's has for their plants. And then right over here, we're going to take a look at this, some more Aglonemas. Let's see, this Aglonema is an Aglonema Silver Bay. Nice looking plant for sure. And this one's for $16.99. They've got a couple of, not Silver Bay, that's an Aglonema Silverado, sorry. And then we have right over here, I'm not 100% sure if this is an Aglonema Juliet or an Aglonema Romeo. So we're gonna take a look of side by side if I find some, some of them to compare. But this one right here for sure is an Aglonema Cutlass for $16.99. I would buy this one, but I feel like some of the leaves are already damaged. And with Callaway's, with January coming around, they are gonna get a huge plant restock. So definitely excited to see that, and I will definitely feature that when they get a big tropical restock. But this is what I was talking about. This is an Aglonema. I'm not sure if this is a Romeo or a Juliet. So actually, that wasn't a Cutlass. I feel like this is an Aglonema Romeo right here, and then we have an Aglonema Juliet right here. The Juliet has smaller foliage. honestly, I'm probably just gonna go to Plant Keeper and get the Romeo and Juliet because they're properly, you know, they have their proper IDs. But nonetheless, beautiful plants. Aglaonema are so underrated. They're very easy to care for. They can tolerate lower light conditions. They are slower growers, but at the end of the day, the only way you can really kill an aglaonema is if you allow like mealybugs to infest it. I didn't realize that they actually are spider mite prone, but the best way to kill an aglaonema is overwatering them. They do not like to sit in water. They're almost like succulent type, and I can tell just because if you look at their stems, they're very thick, so they can hold a lot of water. Like, look at how beautiful this aglaonema Lady Madonna is, or Golden Madonna, whichever one you want to call it. I love the bright white stems on the leaves. Beautiful. And then also look at that variegation and texture of the plant. But as you can see, late afternoon, there are just so many beautiful plants to look at Callaway's. We've got a palm right over here. What else do we have? We've got more aglaonema to look at on this side. This is more aglaonema Golden Madonna, or Lady Madonna, whatever you want to call it. But these are all $16.99. I have one growing in my collection, and it's pushing out some new leaves. That's the only thing about aglaonema. I just wish they were faster growing plants, but nonetheless, they're beautiful. And then here's another aglaonema. This is an aglaonema Maria. Love the aglaonema Maria. I think it's absolutely beautiful as well. This is another one of those aglaonemas that you would find at big box stores that are typical and very common to find. These are all for $16.99, so that's not bad at all. And these are actually larger than some of the aglaonema you would find, say, at Walmart, Lowe's, or Home Depot. So I would say Callaway's is going to be my go-to in terms of buying aglaonema, or if I'm going to import aglaonema, Barocca Plants on Etsy, guys. Seriously, check that seller out. They've got some amazing aglaonema that are just out of this world. And obviously, we can't have a Grow Folds video without showing some Epipremnum aureum or pothos. So this is an Epipremnum aureum Marble Queen pothos. And these are for $16.99. The variegation is pretty good over there. And so with Marble Queen pothos, the more bright indirect light you give it, the better variegation it's going to give you. And then what else do we have here? We have an Epipremnum aureum Pearls in Jade. Nice looking one, also for $16.99. I love pothos. That's probably like my third or fourth favorite type of plant. And then we have a Philodendron cordatum here, or what they would also call a Philodendron hederaceum, the heart-shaped leaf philodendron. We have some Philodendron hederaceum Brazil right over here, a ton of them actually. And then we have some Syngonium. Love Syngoniums as well. They're easy to care for plants. And what I love about Syngonium is, look at this one. It's $29.99. Not sure what the plant ID specifically for this Syngonium is, but it's super lush and full. And what I love about Syngoniums are they're so easy to propagate. So if you're buying a super rare Syngonium, it's just difficult for me to pay so much for Syngonium when you know they're easy to propagate and they grow like weeds, literally. And then this one right here is $29.99 as well. This one is a Syngonium Go Glow. Look at the variegation of this Syngonium. It's absolutely stunning. And then we have some type of pink Syngonium. Not 100% sure what it is, but this one is also for $29.99 in a 6-inch planter. Now, they also offer 3-inch planted up Syngoniums, but look at the price difference. It's only $16.99 for a 4-inch planter. And I would honestly go with the 4-inch versus the 6-inch because it's $6.99 versus $29.99. So not sure why there is such a stark difference in price for these plants, but nonetheless, these are beautiful, healthy Syngonium at Callaway's Nursery. And the thing is, Callaway's Nursery carries pretty much the same plants. Some Callaway's nurseries carry more of a specific plant, and yeah, so, but for the most part, they most Callaway's nurseries have very healthy looking plants. And like I said, the refund policy is awesome as well. I like that a lot, just because then you don't feel like you're wasting your money if you kill a plant. But yeah, there's just, you know, these Syngoniums, these Philodendron Brazil. I actually have a bunch of cuttings of Philodendron Brazil that I am water propagating. They're easy to actually water, propagate. They start to root up within like a week or two. Same thing with like pothos and other plants, but especially pothos. Like, look at these Epipremnum aureum neon pothos. I was so happy that I got a neon pothos actually at Walmart for $19.98 by Costa Farms Exotic Angels, because all of the leaves were perfect. But if I were wanting to buy another hanging basket, I would most likely buy it at Callaway's, just because their plant prices for hanging baskets are fair and they're healthy as well. Look at this right here though. This could easily be like put in a hanging basket, these neon pothos, because it's so lush and full and it's ready to start trailing down. Now, if you grow pothos up a pole or a totem, their leaves really get large. If you haven't seen it already, check out my video, A Plant Keeper Incorporated Nursery Tour. You will see what I'm talking about. All of these philodendron, I think they show their full potential when they actually grow up a totem versus letting them trail down. And then right over here, we have some more of these rare or collectible plants. Like this is a philodendron varicosum right over here. This is for $29.99 in a 6-inch planter. I remember when varicosum were way more expensive than that, but it's just nice to see that plants are more accessible for everybody. It's not just for those that have money to be able to get these rare plants. And then right over here is an alocasia silver dragon for $14.99. I would definitely go with a big box store. Costa Farms just released a bunch of trending tropicals of silver dragon, and obviously we have a bunch of Monstera Thai constellations. These ones are for $89.99 in a 6-inch pot. Love the variegation of this particular Monstera Thai constellation. It looks super healthy. I remember there was one that was super variegated at this particular Callaway's, and I didn't pick it up, and then when I came back it was gone. Like, I was actually willing to spend $89.99 on it, but it was gone. So it was definitely not meant for me, and obviously I don't need to be buying any more plants. I have so many plants at home. I have to actually get them organized so they look decent. I know you guys are looking for a houseplant tour. I will eventually do that. You'll just have to just wait a little bit, and I will definitely get you guys a houseplant tour soon. And then right over here, we have a philodendron tiger tooth for $16.99. This looks like a green version of the philodendron crocodile. I thought this was a philodendron jungle boogie, unless it's the same plant, but I have been eyeing this because I'm wanting to add this into my collection and like put it right next to the philodendron golden crocodile. And then we have a bunch of assorted calatheas right here. The best calathea they have right now at Callaway's would be the Calathea White Star. Now, there is a little bit of damage on the leaf, but I ended up actually getting one that was in perfect condition for that size, and it was only for $16.99. And then right over here, we have a bunch of bromeliads. I'm not a fan of these type of bromeliads, but I am a fan of this type of bromeliad. Look at this. It looks like somebody took some neon pink, neon pink paint and just like splattered it on there. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry guys, I thought just stop. But anyways, we have all of these beautiful bromeliads right there. Like, it looks like somebody just spray painted a bunch of pink. And I did want to show you more pink foliage right over here, or blooms. These are hydrangeas. We've got some lilies right over here. They have started to open up and bloom, so that just kind of signifies spring coming around. That one is for $16.99. The thing about it is, I am definitely not going to buy any plants until about the latter part of February into March. I'm definitely not going to try to import anything from Indonesia until then, just because Texas or North Texas has some very unpredictable cold weather that's like, sometimes we might even get like a very late snow, like snow in like the end of February. So I'm just going to wait till March rolls around, and then I'll start getting my outdoor plants and start importing some plants and buying plants online. But I did want to show you guys some more of these hydrangea right here. Those are all for $16.99, so that's not bad at all. And then you can see that there are empty spaces, so they're probably getting ready to even get more plants and get a big, huge plant restock. Lucky for me, I don't, I'm based in this area, so it's very easy for me to just go over here and check it out. But this is basically the plants they have so far. They've sold through a lot of their plants already, but nonetheless, their plants are still super healthy looking. Like they still have a bunch of Monstera Thai constellations available. And I just can remember when Thai constellations were so difficult to get, especially maybe 3-4 years ago. Definitely during the pandemic in 2020, everybody was collecting plants, and like Monstera Thai constellation was a very hot commodity. And now, years later, you can find them at local plant shops. Now, I will say that they're still a little bit pricey. $89.99 is still high, but nonetheless, it's more, affordable versus the hundreds of dollars you would spend. I did want to show you guys this. This was, featured in all my other videos, but I love, love, love this philodendron green, Florida green. Now, the Florida Beauty, the variegated one is more sought after, but look at how beautiful the leaves look when they start to mature and grow up a totem. And then obviously we're going to look at this varicosum right over here. That's a nice looking varicosum for sure. And these are for $29.99. Look at the fuzziness on the petioles. That's really cute. And then we still can look at some of these Monstera Thai constellations. So they don't really have a lot of new plants. These are all the plants that I've probably featured on a video. Like that's another alocasia right over here. And this one is actually by Proven Winners. This one is for $29.99, and they do have some assorted alocasia. I didn't realize how fortunate I was until, you plant foldies and, the viewers on the channel have started commenting saying they haven't really seen a lot of plants. And it's just really cool that there are so many plants available for us in the North Dallas area market. Even in Fort Worth, they have so many cool plant nurseries like Grow Plant Shop. But I did want to show you the mature version of a Monstera deliciosa. This is a massive monster for sure. I don't know how much the price is for this Monstera, but I'm pretty sure it is a hefty price. But look at how beautiful that is. That's what I was talking about Monsteras. Like if you're gonna get a Monstera, you definitely need to get you definitely need to plan for the space, because they will get really large in no time. My Monstera that I had was starting to really get large, so I ended up having to give it away just because I didn't have the space for it. But look at how beautiful this mature Monstera deliciosa is. I'm sure that it is for sale, but I'm not 100% sure what the price is. And then I'm just going to pan over here and show you some more of the plants available at Callaway's. Like I said again, they have different types of plants. Like this is really interesting. So what you're looking at here is an outdoor plant. This is like a calamansi plant. So it's basically calamodin, that's how you pronounce it, but it's basically a Philippine type lime. So I'm from the Philippines, and they use calamansi in so many of our foods, and that's just really cool that there's one available to buy. I may consider buying one of those soon, just because I would love to be able to use the Philippine lime, or that's what they call it as well. But look at that, that is really cool, and the blooms are so fragrant. I'm gonna go pan over here and show you some more succulents. This succulent right here is just a typical jade for $16.99. That's a nice looking one. So with jade plants or just succulents, just remember that you have to have very bright indirect light. Full sun is ideal as well. You can actually get some good sun stressing when you do that. And then right over here is some type of aloe vera plant. Like look at this, that's super cool. And this one is for $39.99. Nice looking aloe vera for sure. What else do we have over here? We've got some euphorbias right over here. See, I'm starting to learn more of these plant names. I love the texture of it. I just haven't started putting those in my plant collection yet. I just haven't gotten into it. But as you can see, there are a bunch of succulents in these succulents. This one's for $16.99. I don't know what the succulent is, but I do like the pink margins on the leaves. So those are super cool. And I just like the shapes of succulents. I just think that succulents are a lot harder to take care of than most people think. Like, when they sell succulents in like a big box store, they just think that they can put a succulent indoors and let it thrive and then overwater it and then the plant is dead. So definitely be very sparse with the watering of a succulent. You definitely don't want to overwater it, because I feel like that's what happens and how people kill succulents. But look at how beautiful this variegation is on this succulent, for instance. When I was out in California, I went to Carmel by the Sea, and they had a bunch of succulents just growing outside in their landscapes, and they were thriving, and they were huge and massive, and they were sun stressed, and they were just gorgeous. Right over here, we have a string of pearls. I love the string of pearls. I may add a string of pearls if I'm going to add any string of anything into my home, but probably a variegated version. I know I'm being a little bit bougie. I don't mind the green version, but the string of pearls variegated is super cool just because it has that cream variegation. It reminds me of where I'm from, and which is the Philippines. We have so many pearls there, and I just think string of pearls is cool. And then that is a small ponytail palm. That's really cool. And then we have another euphorbia right over here. That's really nice. And I just love the texture of the leaves. It looks like a lot of fun as well. And we have some more succulents right over here. These are for $6.99. Not bad. Do any of you guys actually grow succulents, my plant foldies? Leave it in the comments. And if you do, what are your favorite types of succulents or cacti? What makes you want to grow cacti? Like this one right here, I actually think is really cool. I just haven't had any luck with cacti. I haven't really grown them. I haven't started that plant journey. I did recently buy my first blooming indoor plant, and that is an African violet. I thought I was going to get an indoor azalea, but I ended up getting an African violet. And then right over here, we've got a bunch of hanging baskets of string of turtles. These are super cute as well. Love string of turtles. And I love that they're actually trailing down already. These are all for $24.99, so that's not a bad price at all. If I'm going to get a string, it'll have to be a string of pearls, but I also thought about getting a variegated string of hearts. I know a lot of people are all about it, and actually speaking of string of hearts, look at that right there. Look at how cute this string of hearts is. You can start that right there, and this one is for $9.99 in a 2-inch. I would get a string of hearts because look at how the variegation looks like, and they're pretty easy to propagate. You just put them on top of soil and they start to propagate. I just don't like getting a string of hearts because I've seen them get super leggy and then also get very bald at top. So I might need to do some research on that. I definitely know I'm going to need a lot of bright indirect light for it to grow. And then we have some more string of somethings right over here. I'm not sure what it is, but nonetheless, those are really cute. And that's the thing I like about Callaway's nursery. They've got a diverse set of plants for sure for a very good price. You'll get some really good pricing for plants at Callaway's, and obviously you're able to return a dead plant as long as you have the dead plant in your receipt. So, but this one, I want to go ahead and pan over here. These are really cute string of pearls. So I've shown you guys a lot more like euphorbia, cacti, succulents, just because I know plant foliage, you guys asked for more plants besides the plants I typically like. So hopefully you're liking some of these additions. Like this one right here is $19.99. I think this is called the Devil's Backbone. I know there's a variegated version as well, and that's still pretty cool, but there's not quite a lot of plants that has been restocked, but I did want to show you some of the flowering plants right over here. This one is for $29.99. It's a gorgeous looking plant. I love the purple foliage on it, and it just brings me joy to look at flowers. I think when I was younger, I always wanted to grow flowers. Like one flower I definitely grew from seed would be some zinnias. And I remember getting marigolds. I bought a Happy Meal, and the Happy Meal had this little greenhouse kit, and it had some zinnia seeds, and I ended up growing zinnias. Yeah, and that was from a McDonald's Happy Meal. I remember that from my childhood. But anyways, I know I keep rambling on some, just random tidbits, but I feel like, for the plant foliage community, you may want to get to know me a little bit better. So I'll, drop in a couple of tidbits about me. What I do like though is this cyclamen. This is probably my favorite cyclamen, just because look at how the blooms are. This is for $7.99. I might end up actually getting a cyclamen like this. They kind of remind me of Hoya blooms almost, kind of a stretch, but that is a really nice looking cyclamen, and I love the blooms, just how small the flowers are. And these are only for, $6.99 for a 4-inch planter. Now, the thing about it is I'm going to have to do research if cyclamen are really more for outdoors, or could they actually thrive indoors? That is the question. And I do love the leaves. I think that's what I like more so about the cyclamen is the actual leaves, just the texture and the patterns of the leaves of the cyclamen. And obviously the flowers and blooms are beautiful too. I do like the white plain cyclamen blooms. And what else do we have here? We have some more flowering plants. I'm actually going to be looking for a Riger begonia, but we do have more cyclamen right over here. It just seems like this is the season to see cyclamen. Not sure if they grow year round, so I'll have to do my research on that. Or if somebody in the comments want to just, enlighten me and let me know when cyclamen are in season. I believe they are in season during the winter months or the colder months for sure. Or that's when I see them the most. And then what else we have here? We do have the Riger begonia. So these begonia are super pretty. I love the colors of these begonia. And I believe these begonias though are really meant to be grown outdoors. I'm curious to see if anybody actually grows Riger begonia indoors. And if you have, how has it been for you? Because if you can grow them indoors long term, I would definitely grow them. Just look at how beautiful that red color is, and then even these pink blooms right over here. And obviously you have the begonia leaves, so that's just super cool. I love it, love it, love it. And encourage people to actually grow flowering plants in their collections as well. Look at this cyclamen right over here. Really nice looking cyclamen. I do love the foliage over there, and then these pink ones as well. But that's basically all I really have for this Callaway's. I just wanted to feature some more plants, give you guys some more local plant nursery tours versus just big box stores. I definitely will continue to do that, but there is one more plant I just found, and then this is a Fatsa japonica, but look at how highly variegated this is. This is what you call a Japanese Aurelia. Now, I don't know, have you guys actually grown this indoors? Like, obviously, they look like they're really meant for outdoors, but the camouflage I haven't seen in such a long time. I love that green on green variegation. I may actually come back for that. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and guys, I will see you on the next one. Bye.